it's Purple Team here today, and I'm here with Franco Persano, who got third place at the Remote Tour Regional in Argentina. He played the PK and is gonna show us the list. So, first of all, remember to follow us and to follow our sponsor who supported us for this event, which are GRAAD, Playmat per Tutti, SCROLLANDLOCK Gaming, and EXTIMATE-CARDS. Okay, Franco, you can go.
Hello, how are you guys? I'm Franco from PH, and I got third place at the regional over here in Argentina. The deck performed pretty well, as usual. Honestly, I'm really liking this deck for this format. It has its trouble, but honestly, I didn't break it once the whole tournament, so pretty good, honestly. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't have all the cards I wanted for the tournament, but still performed. So yeah, let's go with the list.
And now, a quick shout out to our sponsors. The first one being GRAAD, the best grading company in Europe, which offers grading services for all languages and TCG. The second one, EXTIMATE-CARDS, is one of our top Italian sellers on the market, with shops in Albenga, where you can eat and play with your mates every single day. Then, SCROLLANDLOCK Gaming, the safest place where you can play online tournaments for money, cards, custom products, and whatever you might need. Last but not least, we have Playmat per Tutti. They produce amazing custom playmats that may have your own custom images. All sponsor links are in the description down below.
So I played 3 turn skills, which is the best card of the deck, to be honest. This card is honestly insane. Every time you see this card in your opening hand, you're probably winning. If you have like any other PK, it's just such a strong starter. It makes so the deck is really hard to interrupt. It's actually just insane. Like, sometimes when the deck opens good, there's no way to stop it, and it's because of this card. Then I decided to play 3 Cloak. Many people decide to play 2. I like 3 because I think it's really good as a normal summon when you play extenders, and it just complements the extenders of the deck really well. Yeah. 3 Boots, same logic. You really wanna see PK cards in your hand. It's the way the deck extends, and it's hard to interrupt. 1 Gloves, 1 State Grips. This is to send the trap. You usually end up seeing this with Rusty. This is for when you open Boots, you need it as a target to search with Cloak. Otherwise, you have nothing to search that can special summon itself. You search this, you special turn, this specials itself. It's a combo. Also, it's good sometimes when you go second, when you have multiple normal summons, you normal summon this, and if your opponent has a destruction effect, it's really awkward to interact with this card. So yeah, pretty good. I played Graph and Seer. I didn't play Tour Guide because I don't like how the card interacts with the deck, but I still decided to play this too because you need them to have a way to force out Nibiru. Otherwise, your opponent can just hold Nibiru forever and you can't do anything about it. So yeah. For extenders, I decided to play Jack Forward, Wielder, Tracker, Jackalope, and Tsuchinoko. I think they are all very good. This one's really good, for example, in the Dragon Link matchup. You can just special, go Battle Phase, force out the seals, long strike, you can special again. But also it's a target for Rhoda, which is the most important part. Sometimes you have all PK cards in your hand, and you don't need more, so you need to search something that specials for itself, and this is the card you search. These are just honestly broken with Teleport. Like Teleport is such a broken card. Any card that's special summoned from the deck without any restrictions is just crazy. So once per turn. So yeah, you run them for Teleport, and the special summon themselves when you draw them. So super solid cards. And the dangers, I'm pretty sure I want to cut this card from my deck. It's really bad when you draw them together because you have to start with Jackalope in hands you don't want to start with Jackalope basically. So Shinoku is much better. It's just the dangers are a little awkward when you don't draw the turn skills, because many times you have cards in your hand you don't want to discard when you play the DPE. So yeah. The bricks, they're okay honestly. Most of the times if you draw just one, you're okay. The deck can still full combo, it's completely fine, and they are always super broken. In the graveyard, Celestial draws 2, and Dasher embrace your hand so you can resolve Celestial. So yeah, super solid. To teleport, this card's super good. It's not once per turn. It's a quick play. There's some really fun interaction between Cherubini and quickly spells, which actually won me a game versus Invoked, where if you just summon Cherubini, your opponent tries to pop it, for example, with Punishment. If you chain Teleport, what happens is, on resolution, you can send the Teleport to protect the Cherubini, and you get an extra body. So yeah, it's a really cool interaction it has with Cherubini. I played Rhoda. I mean, it's an insane, can search anything you want in your deck. 3 Destiny Fusion, this card is super, super, super good. It's probably gonna get banned at some point. It's just not a fair card at all. Hard drawing this card is insane. Having access to it with Bertha is insane. It's just a really, really, really good card. And I played Shade Brigading, 3 Fog, and 1 Wings. Pretty sure, since I'm not playing Armitage, I want to cut this card from my deck. It just never comes up in my opinion. It has its applications, but honestly, I'd just rather it be something else, probably more hand chops. So yeah. And I played, for my non-engine cards, I played 3 Chalice, 3 Imperm, and 3 Ash. I think this was mainly specifically targeted for this event because of the meta I was expecting. I wasn't expecting so much combo. I expected more like Trifigate decks with DPE and Shabul, so that was exactly what I played the most. Had 4 rounds of those matchups, so yeah, it just worked out exactly. I don't own droplets, or else this would be 100% droplets without a question. That card's just insane in this deck. Imperm is honestly really solid in this format. It's like probably the best hand trap. That's why I also want to code Shade, because they conflict together. And Ash was just like a good hit for like the meta I was expecting. It was Shuffle and Try. It's not broken against most combo decks of the format, but for this event it worked really well. Into the extra, I obviously played Cherubini, best Link 2 in the deck, and I played Unicorn, Dagda, Rossi, Berte, Apollo, Link Spider, and Accessco. These were my Link monsters. I mean, they are all really, really good. I think you need Unicorn in this deck and Accessco to close out games. There's some people running Boros Sword. I just like Accessco way more. It just ends games and it allows you to like have some cards. It's just a really good card in general. Apollo, you need it to beat Nibiru. Link Spider, same logic. You need it to beat Nibiru. Dagda is for the Scythe that I play in my side deck. Voltarte is self-explanatory, honestly. It's just for the DPE combo. For the X-Laces, I decided to play 2 Breakers and 1 Levy. Rank Force, I played Evil Soul Nightmare, Downer Magician, and Zeus. You need 2 Breakers because when you're comboing turn 1, you usually use 1 to pop, so you have 1 engraved, so you can revive with the Fog Blades, which gives you a pop with Rusty. And you need this so your turn skills doesn't get punished when it comes back when you are making a Polo or Berte. So you usually make this turn 1 just to recycle. Yeah, it's mainly the main reason is there. Nightmare was the Link 4 I chose. This spot can be IP and it can be Redoer. I just don't like either of those because of the conditions in it. IP needs you to have a card in hand to discard for Unicorn, and it's really weird to make it with Apollo, honestly. Most of the time it just doesn't work. And Redoer needs you to use Shade Brigading to make it, which means you're not getting another Fogblade, and I really like Fogblades. I think they're really important for this meta because also it makes it so your deck has a board which ends with monsters and traps, which is really, really hard to deal with most decks. Downer and Zeus are honestly just broken. This is like an insane going second card. Most of the times you just activate this, and sometimes you can even force out a Nibiru by going end phase. They Nibiru you, and then you make Berte afterwards because the PKs just come from the graveyard. So yeah, it was really, really solid. the last card is obviously Enforcer. This is the reason this deck is good right now. It just has so much synergy with the deck. It just has this playstyle where you just create a board which maybe isn't the most broken board in the game, but it's really just hard to deal with the board because of how much follow-up it leaves. And DPE is mostly part of it. You have DPE, Celestial, and Dasher on the graveyard, plus all the PK cards. It makes it like almost impossible to deal with. Lastly, into the side deck, I decided to play 3 Twin Twisters for background removal. Those were pretty good, honestly, but I didn't play that many trap decks. I only played versus both. It came up in that matchup. I decided to play 3 Gamma, the Driver, obviously. I think this is the best going second hand trap in the game right now. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of synergy with the deck, but you just need it to stop combo decks. Free draw. It's just a really solid card versus Invoked, versus Drytron, and versus Lirlask. So you need it to stop those decks. I don't think it works for every deck. I think you need to be playing a deck that does a lot going second. And this is a combo deck which can establish boards that cannot be beaten. So that's why you can run it. I don't think if you're playing a slower deck, you couldn't play it. 3 Beer on the side. If I was playing another event, probably I would play this in the main. I think it's really good. It just wasn't good versus what I was expecting most people to play. And lastly, I played 1 Scythe and 1 Order. I sided Scythe and I don't main it. This is something a lot of people ask me. The reason I do this is because I don't think it's a good card to main. I don't think any deck is beating your end board anyway if you're full comboing. And I like it in the side to beat specific cards like Aydhiny or Dark Ruler, but I don't think most decks will play that in the main. And you don't want to have a card that doesn't do anything going second, and you don't want to do this blind either, because if you're playing against Eldritch, Flounder, any trap deck, you are just going neg 50 basically to make this combo. And while Order is just an insane card. That's mostly it. Shoutouts to PH which is my team, obviously, and thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to WAF, which is my testing group. They're great, and yeah, to all of my friends. Thanks, guys. And Sekai Games in Argentina, and Dima for hosting the regional.
Okay, thanks Franco for today, and for all of us, remember to subscribe, follow, and leave a like. Remember to follow also sponsor which supported us for all those events: GRAAD, Playmat for TUTTI, SCROLLANDLOCK Gaming, and EXTIMATE-CARDS. And for today is over, and see you the next time. Stay plus, stay powerful. See ya, guys.